hello, it's Mina. We're back with some more. Is it though? Is it Mina? That's a good question. Back with some more Ace Attorney. And
Investigations
I am...
2.
Investigations 2. No. So, actually... You wanna know what's fun?
Playing the game.
That's fun. We're picking! Next chapter!
Final chapter.
Final chapter! No. The Resolve of Yunosuke Naruhodo. Title card. Title card. I'm sorry. By the way, we're still in the same case. Just like...
And this is the first, okay, and this is the first time you have no intro. This is the first time.
Yep. We had, cause,
like,
I mean...
so much.
Ah! I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
If anyone wasn't sure it was the last chapter...
Like, listen to the music right now.
If anyone was not sure...
This is like the normal defendant's music, but like, amped up. I can hear it.
But this is just like the last... I'm sorry.
Also, Argo, if you have the time, can you check the sound is fine? Because, you know...
Okie dokie.
Thank you, I love you. Okay, 3rd November, 9:14 AM. The Old Bailey Defenders AT Chamber. Music is going crazy! So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. Is everything fine? Or is the music kinda loud? I'm not sure. Honestly.
Like, comparatively? I think everything is on good level, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Like, yes, the game is kinda loud, but our voices are clear.
Okay.
On it,
I mean, I can turn it down just a tidbit then. Like, not a lot.
Yeah,
maybe like make it like a decibel or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go -1. I did -1. If anyone who comes in is like, the sound sucks, please tell us. I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Mrs. Seto. My dad is gone missing.
My dad is not my dad. Good job.
Oh no! What's the matter, Mr. Naruto?
You flipped me.
Nothing. I was just saying out that I'll be relying on your support today, but... I'm so sorry! Of course. I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but... I shan't let you down. Would you mind helping me to my feet, then? Oh dear! No. I'm really very sorry!
We're going to
Hi,
play
Momo!
upside down now. We're playing
hello,
upside down.
Talon! Hello, Momo! Hello. Sato-san isn't her usual self at all. It's because her dad went missing. Which is a totally real event that definitely happened.
We don't even know if it's true dad, because we just learned it's Wilson.
Yeah, goodbye, Momo!
Bye, Mama. Bye.
Love you. Mwah. And hello, Talon, again. Sato-san isn't her usual self, but that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She's just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective. Not to mention... Ah! Good morning, sir! Ah! Right.
I am not amused.
Love and Six! Is he ever? Is he ever?
Thank you for all your efforts yesterday.
What? Did I hear that correctly? Okay,
No,
this is at least the 3rd time he's acted like this. Please stop being surprised about it.
What?
Oh, nothing. I just hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. Like,
you just need to,
just
need to delete this man. I really can't make out.
Yeah. Just make out with him. Wait, what? In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday.
He wasn't really Reaper.
Love and Six isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo. Please get over that. Good point.
No, never.
Never!
The Reaper. I suppose in hindsight. I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go uncharged.
Huh? Yeah.
It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming some more than a mere legend that led to all of this.
But you're not to blame for that, Miss Love and Six. It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it?
frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason.
What do you mean? I think I get it.
There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother.
Yeah.
That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod. To wield a deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not.
Yes, we've heard that story too.
Who told you? When I lost him.
The prettier version of you. Sorry.
I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if, like, also considering I'm guessing that his parents isn't really in the picture. Like, since there's been no mention of them at all, maybe he only, like, didn't he say that the only person he really had was his brother?
And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly.
Oh. It's like, it almost feels like my brother's next to me. It's a poltergeist. Woo! Like the poltergeist who's possessing my PlayStation.
Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by over-imaginative public. Actually, we might check new Miku figure. Maybe it moved. And do it.
Oh my god, is my Miku's alive? That'd be great.
I don't know if it would be great.
I'd have a real
Hey,
Hatsune
Mina,
Miku
listen,
in my house.
listen. Hey, Mina, listen. Papi, papi, papa, pipa.
You don't know what my Mina's, you don't know what my Miku's like. He was obviously extremely important to you. Those Clint Van Six.
Well, what's important now is uncovering. Sorry, it's you.
This is me. Thank you, though. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life.
How do you know?
And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. Because I think fucking Asogi did it. That's...
Wow. I'll give it Susato.
I don't know. They didn't say dead from Susato takedown, so... You know, can't be her.
Ellipsis. I never thought I'd say this. But I can see it in your eyes. The burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception.
And by that we do mean punching Asogi in the face.
I can deny it no longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity.
Well, thank you.
I hate you.
Damn it!
Now tell me.
RJ! Hello! I love you.
Hey, RJ. Why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Who is it?
Iris. Surprise.
Iris.
Oh, Iris, when did you get here? Oh. Oh.
I brought you one of my special blends. Ellie loves it. This helps him to clear his head.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you, RJ.
Thank you, RJ. Mwah.
I thank you.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Why is she so swoon? That's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a silent.
Okay, that was interaction.
I know, right?
That was the interaction that took place.
It's just like,
Oh, he's not scary at all.
you seem different today, Iris.
Oh?
Sort of
He's onto me.
subdued, I suppose.
You want to run?
I am not!
Oh, you so are.
Oh, what happened yesterday? It's obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Saif's laboratory. Right, that was the thing.
Yeah, that was...
Alright then. Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now.
Don't shoot.
I have an appointment
Please don't shoot.
with
Please don't shoot. Your
Strong
body.
What?
No.
body.
Me and Mary are gonna go shopping for
Uh-huh.
organs.
Oh my god.
Oh,
copy from
you're
his
not
friend.
staying. I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Sorry. Organ time! Well, I'd like to cheer on, obviously.
She's
But
a
I
menace.
got lots to get ready.
Get ready for what?
Oh, yes. Would you take this?
I was up till almost 4 in the morning last night.
Yep,
Because
yeah,
me
I
and Johnny
saw
and
it. I
Koga were trying to
mhm.
finish Lush Judgment, but the final was going longer than we thought, so we had to stop.
Yep. That will
That's
be us
a-
on stream probably.
That sounds
be
like
awesome
something
stream.
that's that sounds like that's something that's gonna happen in like a Ryuga Gotoku Studios game. It's like we're almost there, we're not. We're not.
No, you're not.
Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack?
Yes. It's a lucky charm. A little Hurley that I made once.
A Hurley? It looks more like a Hairley to me.
You please
What?
stop.
You is just like the pun master. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
Like I still love the most about when about Hell freezing over and why after Van Zix revealed that it's his friend, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, when did the Hell froze over end?
Yeah. He's hilarious.
If for some reason you completely
no.
run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can. You do it like this. Yoink!
What?
Yawn.
Pull his ears.
That's right.
Snap.
It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it.
Imagine if it actually snapped and just like, oops,
Oh, or I. Uh-oh.
oops, oh.
Oh shit.
Is this supposed to come off?
Yeah.
Like, this is my favorite question. Is this supposed to come off?
You think what we'll need is luck?
No.
I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom. It's fucked up, guys!
I saw someone.
It seemed very different to normal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, there isn't a jury, right?
No, there is not. That a certain someone has decided to pull out all of the stops.
Oh, great. And next you're gonna tell me they have a unicorn haircut?
Yes,
What
they
does
are
that mean?
Sherlock Sharps.
What about Mr. Sholmes, Iris? Well, he yeeted last night, right?
I don't know. He was out all night and hadn't come home by the time I left this morning.
Ooh, scandalous escapades with his partner, eh?
Hey,
Eh.
hey.
They are married dads, and I will not take criticism. Oh, I see. It's just boy things, Susato, okay? You wouldn't get it.
Just boy stuff.
Yeah. Was Professor Mikotoba out all night too, do you think, Mrs. Sato? Probably. Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
Not
They?
sus.
Wait, Jigoku too?
Father and Judge Jigoku, I mean.
What the fuck was he doing? Oh right, we were talking about how he wasn't there. Judge Jigoku too.
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday.
Everybody's dead.
They're just... Okay, should I read it seriously this time?
No,
Okay.
don't you dare.
Fine. Tradition is tradition, I guess.
Defendant! What is about to be in session? Let's make it way to the courtroom at once!
There we go, I did it.
Oh, my wonderful ears.
Good luck then, Bruno. Good luck, Susie.
Yes, thanks, I swear to God, seeing these two next to each other is like a painting. I love it. There's something
Renaissance.
beautiful about this. It is much like a painting. Indeed.
More like a pain.
Pain pickle.
And you, Mr. Reaper. I hope it goes well.
Once again, I thank you for delicious tea. It was very soothing.
Oh, I'm so glad. We must go inside now, Lord Vincix.
The car? Left.
Lord Vincix has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today, I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Sogi,
Sherlock
who I
Holmes.
trust more than anyone else in the world. No. Now I understand what it
Yes.
was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know
British?
exactly what destiny I had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day. To this one trial. To this one final reckoning. Okay. Time to go. That's definitely a setup.
It came to my attention that you didn't pass the bar exam. You will be taking
For
it right
November,
now.
9:30 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Where's the judge? Why is he
Missing.
gone? Where's he dead?
Dead.
Just even more impressive here than it did yesterday. Where did Aji go?
Yesterday.
There are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today.
Nye.
Mr. Naruhodo, look!
Yo.
Wait, did the chair change color or has it always been green?
It always been green.
It's always been green. Lord
The judge
Strongheart
was-
pretends to be
listen.
surprised.
Judge was red, that's why you...
Yeah, I was like, why is it suddenly so, like... I don't know, I've just never looked at the chair behind him. Until now. It's like, wait, what?
Like, Judge has...
Lord Strongheart pretends to be surprised.
I'm
He
shocked.
just couldn't keep his grabby hands out of this stupid case, huh? He just couldn't
No,
stay away. I love it.
He couldn't stop making his unicorn into a freaking costume.
Yep. Kazuma must have known beforehand. Yeah.
Yes, 5 seconds before you.
Cause Strongheart is here. Strongheart is here to rein him in, right? Like he with Kazuma being a bullshit ass hat. He's like,
Okay. The ramification of this trial now extended far beyond the murder of the Scotland Yard inspector, because of some freaking Nipponese putting their fingers into it. In fact, events have come to light that to threaten to rock the very foundation of our country legal system. So
and I'm here to
make
keep
sure
the
it doesn't.
I'm here to make sure that the lie stays on.
The escape of condemned criminal on the night of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak.
By the way, can I just say I love Asogi's eyelashes?
No,
I
cannot.
did it. I said it. Haha. It's like whenever he like this closed eye animation, I'm always like, ooh. He has those little triangle shaped ones.
It's not Nahobino, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but he has those triangle eyelashes, and I like those a lot.
Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all over around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. You heard that? By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. And one over which I, Mal Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority.
Oh, look at that, by the way. He changed out the
Unicorn?
staff. It's like unicorn.
Yep.
It's gotta be a unicorn.
Also, do you want to know fun Mina fact
What?
about you discovering that unicorn is a symbol of...
Of? Oh, right, it's a symbol of Britain. Oh my god, I remember we had that discussion, man. Ah!
Yes.
So angry about it. I'm still angry. I cannot believe it's real. I'm incensed. I am
You are Sans Undertale.
Yeah. The 6 Juros flames just...
As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of the judiciary and my close friends assembled to bear witness to fair judicial process. In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. Didn't I say friends?
Yeah, his friends.
On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zix. You are a prosecutor of exceptional talent.
And?
Much like your brother Clint, in fact.
You have to bring this up right now. For real.
How nice of you.
Ah! Time to abuse the goddamn gavel holder. Rip. Rip the gavel stand.
Stop, unicorn abusement!
Stop,
In the name
stop.
of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Please stop abusing the gavel stand, will you? Thank you.
For the trial of Baron von Zix, who officially stands accused of murder.
Ugh! Sorry.
Murder.
Here it goes, this fucking beam!
Murder.
Ah! The great secret trial! Let's go! Sorry, I love this song so much. Very, very very like
Okay, maybe a second.
yes, like it's very end game vibes, right? Like it's like we're reaching the end, da 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 da, you know. I'm just enjoying the music.
I'm back.
Hello,
I'm
welcome back.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Counsel for the prosecution and defense. Are you in full readiness to proceed?
Oh, 100%, bitch. Sign me up! The defense is ready, my lord.
What are you, though? Of the prosecution.
Yes, more ready than you are. I know what you've gotten up to, but... I don't know exactly what you've gotten up to, but I know.
Brought light a shocking and disturbing fact.
I know what you did.
As a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Yes, he was carrying out operation in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. And those
Clandestine? I don't know.
clandestine operation, he had an accomplice.
I just
Objection! What is clandestine? Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector identification and present himself around the capital order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work when in fact he was.
Hello, Fluffy Muffin.
That's
I'm
good
glad.
to hear.
I'm glad your day got better, and I'm glad you can breathe again. And I hope you continue to recover. Yeah, because you know, don't be.
At the end of yesterday's position, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear that he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation.
Makes sense.
Because whilst he was engaged as chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape.
Right.
Mr. Vigil currently recuperating at St. Sinners. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident.
Hello, Arson. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you.
He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim time of death.
I am doing good. We are both kind of dead road-wise from yesterday, having streamed this game for 5 hours, but...
Having a double stream yesterday, yes.
Yep, because we really wanted to get to the end of Case 4. Today we're just gonna go for like 3 hours odd, and then hang out. So, yeah, because it's otherwise going to be way too long.
The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed on day earlier.
Right.
This was based largely on discovery that the victim pocket watch has not been wound.
The prosecutor... why am I reading that?
Oh, you want to be Kazuma?
No.
Wow.
I'd sooner take over Ben Sings
that subject matter.
in this case. Specifically.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because, wow, what a
Because he's
freaking
not the
target
prosecutor right now. Look, I don't want to talk to myself for 3 hours.
That's funny you say that when I talk to myself literally right now.
I know, but I am too.
That's rich of you.
I am too,
Really,
you know.
Go ahead, Prosecutor Asagi. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue.
I was talking to myself a lot yesterday. Remember when we were...
Suggesting could not be ruled out.
Remember
I'm
when
just saying.
it was you and 3 girls in a room?
I know. I just wanted to say that this is not a valid defense. I don't want to talk with myself.
Yeah. Look,
it's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on 31st of October, the day before his body was discovered.
I specifically don't want to take the prosecution and the defense. That makes no goddamn sense.
Just to point out, my brain is so smuggled from languages that I almost read it as 1 and 30.
It's fine.
I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details. The official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday. that the time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st November.
Nuh-uh.
There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. That's out of the question.
Shut up.
There are no refrigerator devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse.
Wasn't he trying... But he wasn't killed there!
No.
Oh, your Wi-Fi's bad? That's so sad to hear, Fluffy Muffin. No. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly.
Very well. Court will accept the new report as evidence.
Yeah.
However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give the renowned significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident.
Any good anime suggestions? I
Oh my
don't
god, there's so
know.
many.
What kind of
Like-
anime do you like?
Yes. Okay, so what is the anime you enjoyed?
Yeah,
Uh,
like what kind of anime do you enjoy? Because
Because
that's
there's
gonna
so
really
many.
help.
Like...
Okay, let's just keep reading while Fluffy Muffin types it out.
It would, yes, especially since on that day. Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I gave up on watching My Hero Academia. It just wasn't for me. Like,
Yes, yeah,
I get the appeal, but at some point I was just like, nah. Oh, Mob Psycho is quite good. I agree.
Yeah, Mob Psycho is extremely good.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about girly things. I've quite been enjoying Precure. It's very
Yeah.
it's very fun. It's very comfy. But it's fun. Like it's good. I really enjoy it. Like you can watch Fudari about Precure and then figure out if it's something for you.
Then you have stuff like Kakegurui, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kakegurui can be a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you should probably research it before you watch it, just like to
Yes,
make sure.
definitely.
Like check out if anyone has like a trigger warning list.
I just
or
wanted to
something.
give example of other part of the spectrum of the freaking
Yeah.
recommendation.
But yeah, Precure is. Yeah, Precure is comfy.
Mina,
but
Mina, no, never mind. Watch Detective Conan from episode first.
I just. I mean, if you've watched Naruto 7 times, it's about that length.
Yes. Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements.
I mean, I recommend Detective Conan genuinely, but if you can't
Yeah, but
handle
like
1,000 episodes, don't.
Yeah, like I would definitely recommend like spacing out. Like,
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I actually try to finish up the.
Oh yeah. Then I definitely recommend like hooking up Conan. It's underrated as fuck. Like no one watches it for some reason. Like and it's a weird thing about it. It's like it's mostly in the West, because like in Japan it's like a fucking empire. They have a Conan City, which is the home city. Detective Conan is what it's called. Like Conan as in Conan Doyle,
Not Conan the Barbarian.
or that guy who has a TV show. What was his name? Conan something.
O'Brien.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien, who went to Conan Town in Japan and was like, "That's not me." I mean, I'm glad he had good fun about it, so I can respect that.
Like from the stuff I'm watching right now is Beastars because I kind of like the premise of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
Detective
considerable.
Conan is like a classic mystery type deal. If you like police shows, any other shows? I'm thinking of. Oh right. There was this like. If you don't like cute girls anime, I don't recommend it. But I watched this short show. I think it's from like 2018 called "Release the Spice," and Spice spelled with a Y. It's spelled like this. Spelled like this. Like that. It's spelled like that. Boom. It's a good show. I like that. It was fun. I had a damn old time watching that, and it's kind of gay, to put it like Mildly.
It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities.
It has good action, though.
But it says that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities.
As you can probably tell, it's about spies.
Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating the precise matter yesterday.
Yeah, like, it's all about these, like, young girls who are spies. It's, Like, the entire show is a goddamn ride from start to finish. I watched it all in one sitting, and it was so good. Woo!
I think we should begin by presenting the result of that investigative work. The prosecution calls its first witness now.
Great. Great! Me.
Good.
I won the lottery on the witness today.
Good. Because it would be uneven. Say your
I
name
know.
and occupation for the court.
Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Representative of Scotland Yard.
Wow. I still have call for tomorrow. Rank, but never mind.
Gina? Again?
Yes.
What's your problem, Otto? What's with that? Gina? Again? Look, eh? Maybe you should just stop thinking, because people can read your mind. The boss meant the world to me. He done more for me than anyone else ever did.
Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean?
He got me out the back slums of the East End and took me under his wing. Told me that life can have a purpose. Oh. Oh yeah, I use that browser, Opera GX. It's, I don't know, it works fine. It works for me.
Okay, like, yeah, like overall, like the only one I do not recommend using is Chrome.
Yeah, but I've been using Opera GX. It's the one I use when I'm live, and then I use Firefox mainly. Otherwise.
Yeah, they both quite good.
Okay, so that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him. Oh, Gina.
Also, I also remember times when Opera was the one that was paid for.
I mean, Opera GX is a separate one, but yeah.
Yes.
Right. All out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all did he have his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes, no.
What's relevant to those proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigation yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about. Very troubling.
That face. The Strongheart knew! He knew, guys! He knew!
So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report.
Coming right up, sir!
Up what?
Right up, sir! All y'all detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. Chrome hurts my eyes. Huh. I mean, I haven't used it in a while. I mean, I have it, but I think it came pre-installed, basically. Almost. A little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a lot of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealings that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is, this witness was told to rebuild the place too. Old people playing video games, yeah, that is fun. Smuggled goods? I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book.
Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts flow to London by legal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police rarely able to locate them in time.
So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets.
It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigation being leaked to the involved parties. To explain why he was operating with his own authority, without the Yard's knowledge.
Makes sense. And do we know where the dealings were taking place at this time?
In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter.
That can't be! We haven't heard anything about any of this. God. Where's all this coming from?
Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question the accused Park von Zix was present. That would be very significant testimony then.
Oh my, but... Von Zix has made no mention of this at all.
In short, Lord von Zix had ample opportunity to murder the victim.
Stop being so smug, you smug.
Very well then, counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination.
Stop being so smug, I'm gonna punch you. Oh my god. You hear me, Asogi? I'm gonna punch you! So, you follow orders, do you, Gina? Nah, not me. I'm above all that, see? Oh. The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips, or go and give Toby a scrub, that kind of thing. So, errands more than orders, then.
The detective is apprenticed after all.
Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by my boss. That's why I've been doing my own investigations into what happened. I didn't find much first. So you went through Inspector Gregson's things? Yup! As part of the independent Lestrade investigation. I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative. So I snuck into his office when no one else was about. Because if anyone at the yard had seen me going in there, they'd have turfed me straight out on the street. This is sounding less and less like an investigation and more like something else. Sweating. Oh, I'm glad you slept well. That's good.
The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook.
You've got that right. I think it's past Inspector Lestrade and her trusty assistant, Chief Inspector Toby. We found him in one of his desk drawers that had a false bottom. That's impressive. So then I went to hide myself when no one could find me so I could have a butcher's of what was written in it. Because if anyone at the yard had found me out, they'd have turned me straight out on the street. Jesus Christ. I've committed it now though, ain't I? And if it weren't for me, it would never have been found. Got a point? Right, okay. Do you have any idea where those stealings were taking place? Yep! Yep! It was all there in the boss's notes. Let's see if I can remember.
As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place at Gentleman's Club.
Yeah, but what place? Like, you can't just say a gentleman's club and that... Yes, I remember, but I was hoping to find out the name of the club. Exactly! Like, please, just tell me,
That won't be necessary.
I'm doing that squint emoji at him right now. I'm like, you know, that doubt emoji.
I'm not
was like,
saying
you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, What? I know, right? Like, how is that? That's not normal.
It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name in these proceedings.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's right here. All I've got to do is read it out. And I got to. I got this reading game buttoned up now. Good job, Gina. Can I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the harm? The judge hasn't signaled his objection yet. I could try to find out. What should I... Yes! I'm gonna do it. This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of the information being leaked.
As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine. No, my lord. The prosecution has no objections.
He didn't object! Oh shit,
fuck?
he's angry. He's so...
Yes, you
Customer.
have.
He's like, object, go on! He's like that Pokemon, go on,
There's no-
object already!
There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking into the black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trial on the day in question. If the defense requires to know the club's name, the prosecution has no intention of being obstructed.
Oh, that's the... Right then! I get to show off my reading skills!
Mm-hmm.
Have an old gentleman that's called the Grouse. Okay. The Grouse? What sort of club is that? I ain't got the foggiest. That's not exactly my thing. But I am kind of curious.
There are not places where foreign students like you would be readily admitted.
Have you looked in the mirror recently? Mr. Asogi? I tell you what. Me and Chief Inspector Toby could go in undercover. Could you, though? I could pick out a few good marks and see what else I could find out while I was in there. I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Just love the invisible armband. Anyway, that was these black market dealings were going to take place, is it? Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower-ranking detectives at the yard reckon. Says the even lower-ranking detective. Ha. Okay. So how had Inspector Gregson come to find out about it in that case? That's the question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so... Why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings? Yeah, that's what I was asking myself. Because, you know, I'm just an apprentice. When it suits you, yeah. Anyway, the point is something went on in that club, no question. You can't say that for certain, though, surely? That's not my name. My name is Gina, yo. Dovian 6 was at the club.
At the club. He was. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries are confirmed. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest.
It looks like there's no disputing that he was there then. But also... Gregson wasn't there, right? At least he wasn't seen there. So if this was not where he was, then that also means that Van Six actually has an airtight alibi.
Oh.
Which is good! Like, he was seen somewhere.
Well, we know that Van Six was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the Inspector's secret notebook.
Just let him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then, there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there. There isn't, is there?
No have been identified at this time, no.
So either he went in some banging old disguise, or he wasn't there. So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club.
Oi! Why aren't you asking the Inspector Lestrade here, eh?
So that's all I've got to work with. Tina's not holding back with that icicle stare of hers, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lovan 6 told us that he was investigating Inspector Gregson. But he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident.
You don't think Lord Van Six could have been lying to us, do you?
That's not the only way to explain this.
Oh!
He wasn't there. If everything Lord Van Six has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in this testimony somewhere.
Ah! You mean, there are details we've yet to uncover?
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here. I mean, mentally I'm like, this one was the one that was added.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, by decree of Ace Attorney law, this is the one we need to focus on. So let's see if there's anything. Okay, what have you not used? This one is probably not relevant yet. Definitely not. No. 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 This one has been used. Maybe something here on the... I don't know. Should we just take it from... Definitely not this. Can we examine it? See what it says. Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? I was sure I had examined this. I was just like, okay, whatever. I didn't, okay. This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Right. Oh no, we did read this! What is...
Yes, we did.
What? It's just me that made me sound extremely...
I wish he'd at least called you a nice young man.
I'm really not sure that would help. And then we do what Ace Attorney fans do, and we turn it around.
Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket.
But why can't I skip it? The SS Grouse. First class cabin #1. Oh, really? There's a ship that just so happens to share the... Okay. Yokohama departure 11th of September, London arrival 1st of November. Oh, that's about the Professor Mikotoba and Yoshihiko came on from Japan, isn't it?
Yes, I think it called at Dunkirk on the north coast of France at a night before family arriving in Dover.
I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS video. It's a shame to keep it... Yeah, I remember this. Keep it mental.
I have mine safely in my diary.
I keep mine in my wallet, but it's gone!
Oh, you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo?
Okay. Okay. We definitely say that. I mean, that's the same name as the club, but I haven't... I mean, I was about to say I have no idea if that's relevant. We all know that's relevant.
Yep.
No, the time of death has been added, so this one is still new. We're definitely not using this, not using this. Yeah, honestly, this is the only thing that has like even remotely connection to this statement.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Big ring. Yeah. I was actually just gonna go over the evidence from like the first and then just onwards. And see whatever we haven't examined, you know? I've read about these clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, they are places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues.
Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be admitted.
Why do you say that so smugly as a foreign student yourself? Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? Asogi? Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at a club called The Grouse? Hey, did you draw your avatar? No, I didn't. I only designed her. She is drawn by Lumiachu on Twitter. Let me just link you to the page. I will link you because she really is very, very talented. I agree. Here you go. This is the person who drew my my avatar. The one that I use here anyway. And her art is just getting better and better and better, so... Definitely can recommend commissioning if you have the money. Okay. Keep going.
The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet.
Also, if you're ever in doubt, usually there will be a little credit down. Right now it's in the bottom left. I had to make them smaller to fit like the the panels. It's like so hard to have a cohesive overlay. And I'm sorry to say they probably won't. I should probably make like a panel down in my just like below my channel instead.
Yes.
With all the credits.
Instead,
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st of October may not have been a gentleman's club at all.
What?
He went on the boat. It's okay. Do you think
You're
a
showing a
boat has...
very irrelevant attitude towards our country police force there, Council.
Do you... What's the do? Kidding. Don't worry. Don't say anything. It was a
This
boat.
wasn't Gentleman Club. What was it?
Okay, I'll say it. Mr. Judge,
Yes.
do you like boats?
Yes, I kind of founded them.
Good. A steamship.
You think it's a ship? Like in a relationship?
No. I have the evidence to prove it here!
Who's playing the song? Let me see that.
You know it's... You know who it is. No.
This dark-suited young man is not the least bit untrustworthy. Oh, well, this is bull.
The other side, my lord.
Be more specific next time.
You just took it without asking! Jesus!
No, you were not specific. Ah, this would appear to be a ticket for a passage upon the steamship, yes. SS Grabs. Well, there's a steamship named Grouse that happens to share a name with the clan. But I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there.
How?
There's a flaw in your face! Look at the ticket. Notice the date, arrival in port. Ship arrived at the port Dover on 1st November. Oh! The day on which the sound like gunshot was heard in Preston Street. In other words, on the day in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission, this ship hadn't yet docked on British shores. That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging.
The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question.
No. And show your evidence for that assertion.
Very
Darling.
well. Uh-oh. I actually have to brain now, guys. It's time for Mina to brain. Very
That's
well.
illegal. What?
He really is like, he's actually gonna do it. Like,
In that case, counsel for the defense, present your evidence to the court now. Evidence that substantiates your claim that the victim was investigating the SS Grass on the 31st October.
the passport, right?
Passport.
For sure. It's gotta be the passport.
What's this? Travel issues to the victim.
Yeah, a passport, so. Oh no, customize. Uh-oh.
Nice speech. Dated 31st October. What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there's a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country.
Right into the life.
He was on a boat.
Order! Order!
A boat?
This document is for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized.
The day before the SS Grouse arrived at Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night.
According to my father, who was on board at the port of Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, France.
Yeah.
What could possibly have taken the victim there?
Oh shit.
I'm impressed you're Nosuka Naruhodo.
Can you stop that, please?
No, because I'm impressed. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport.
So he knows. He knows! What? You mean you knew about this? You little shit! Oh my god. What have you been doing, Asogi?
Everything. The prosecution strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at London Club. As the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigation and the line the prosecution has been asked to follow. But personally, I don't agree.
Ooh.
Personally, it's shit. But the prosecutor office is trying to hide something.
I think you're full of shit. What?
And now that you're expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe has something to be. What are you playing at, Prosecutor Asogi? Want me to bonk you? A courtroom is a forum for the truth, my lord.
Oh shit.
Which is why it's my duty to present all the facts without exception. Let me guess, it was your intention from the outset, wasn't it? The reason Inspector Gregson Sicklin made his way to the steamship dock in France on the day in question was to carry out an mission for the Reaper.
Damn! The Reaper? I mean, he was the Reaper. I'm not surprised about that.
Order! Order! What on earth are you saying, Counsel?
Vibing.
You cannot vibe. Answer. The prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. And I'm sure everyone can imagine. By the Reaper's hand. But in reality, the truth is opposite of that.
Uh-huh. What?
Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was in fact acting for the Reaper.
So, you're saying the mission he was undertaking was...
Obviously, an assassination.
Ah!
Baron von Zix never carried out any actual killings. Whenever the Reaper victim lost their life, he always had a cast iron alibi. Which tells us that he must have had an accomplice.
Indeed.
And you claim that was Inspector Gregson.
What the hell do you think you're saying, eh? My boss would never have done nothing like that.
And yet, when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense.
No, it can't be. We also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't we? That Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. True. Even so, there's no way that the person giving him his orders was Lord Van Six. No, the true Reaper is somebody else. Baron Van Six is not the Reaper.
A predictable response from someone who's advocating for the man.
And even if it's true that Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, the suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grouse on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all.
Oh, you have some solid reason for doubting the assertion, do you, Counsel?
There's no victim! Absolutely, it's very simple, and it ain't question. Nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jikoku were on that very ship. If someone had been assassinated, I'm certain we would have heard about it. Don't puh me, you motherfucker. What's so funny?
You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you've missed the point. And that's precisely why the Inspector Gregson himself lost his life.
What? Andy! Hello! Welcome to the stream. We just started this case. I'm so happy you came to say hello. What?
Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his men.
He's just going right now. Asogi style.
The mission ended in failure.
Failure?
It seems that the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here.
What are you talking about? What detail?
Inspector Gina Lestrade?
Oh, that's so nice to hear. I hope I'll have time to be there. Otherwise, good luck with that next week. It's time. That's the word for it. Eh? What?
The victim's notebook that had you read excerpt from earlier. That doesn't contain details of secret investigation at all. It described 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey.
Thank you and goodbye. Have fun. You're lying. Even if Holden Bludgeon's what got taken out at it coming. The boss weren't the Reaper. Poor Gina. Poor Gina. Ah.
There's no question that Tobias Gregson was heavily involved in the Reaper activities. He may just be an apprentice, but if you spend any time at Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors.
I ain't heard nothing, and I don't believe him a word of it.
And testify again, as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss.
I don't...
Yes, you do. I concur. The witness will give a new formal testimony. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook.
Oh. The Reaper's notebook. Yeah, this notebook does have a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to in these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates, and places and stuff. And the last entry in there was 31st of October. It said Grouse was the place on that date, and the name of the mark. There was a note about him being a criminal what got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or something. Really? But honest, the boss didn't do none of it. It was just investigating the Reaper, that's all. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Oh.
Keep personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only established facts.
This must be so hard for her.
You can't deny it now, surely, Yurinosuke Naruhodo.
What can't I deny? Like that your boobas are big.
The notebook contained the name of the final mark and the location where the assassination would take place. That information that the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper.
That doesn't prove that Van Siegs is the Reaper, though. What are you talking about? Asogi, you're full of crap. You're full of shit, that's what you are, you hear me? Ah!
So,
Wah!
who was with this final mark? Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade, read the name to the court. The name that written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse on 31st October.
Bruh. Eh?
Oh, how would you read this then? Reading a strong suit. That ain't the problem, alright, Otto? It's a funny name. It ain't English. It's hard to read. Is there someone from overseas? Let me have a bash at it. Seishiro, is it? Yes, Seishiro. G-O-Q, maybe? What? It can't be. Seishiro Jigoku? You're kidding me? But that's Judge Jigoku, no!
Oh, it's Seishiro Jigoku. Certainly not an English name, you're right.
But that can't be right. I know Judge Jigoku, and I saw him the day before yesterday, here in London. So know for a fact that the man hasn't been assassinated.
As I said, the Reaper failed.
Oh.
Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate a mistake. So he killed the inspector. Personally. The Reaper, of course, being the accused, Baron von Zix.
Fuck you.
It's an undeniable logical argument.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Kazuma, you're full of shit. You planned for the trial to go this way all along, didn't you? What the? Oh, shit. Is he gonna... Rake? Oh my god! Front-facing leg!
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice whilst I stand accused of murder.
I'm gonna frame this. That's so good. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice whilst I stand accused of murder. Like, the fucking gall of this man. The absolute unbridled audacity. I cannot live with this guy. I swear to God. Front-facing leg. I'm telling you what I named the pictures. Lord Van Six!
The accused has no right to speak uninvited in the court. You will return to the dock.
Fuck you.
I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally.
Oh shit.
That girl is no detective.
That's another for the counter. Eh? What? No, that's right, I ain't. I'm an inspector.
No. The pending rumors heard around the yard, reading entries from notebook of unconfirmed origin. That's not testimony. It's practically a script. No doubt the rest of the trial will go exactly as you clearly planned.
Hello, Fluffy Muffy. Thank you for still being here. Asogi is still angry.
But his mom, I don't know.
Who knows?
Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago.
Ooh.
But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself. By attempting to have me condemned this feeble excuse for testimony.
I know, right? It's almost like he's like, I think you need to have a chill cookie.
What did you say?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is our chance.
Okay.
My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. He may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness.
Do you want me to bonk you?
Oh my god, this is so intimidating. I love it. You want to get bonked by this very sharp object? I hate that noise!
Very
Scares me.
well, I make an exception and grant the request.
It scares me every single time. Did you expect it to be like, and then it's just like, you know?
The defendant will remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination.
Makes so much sense.
Allow me to toast the course impartiality. Don't raise your glass at my direction, sir.
Oh, keep doing it,
don't know
Benzies.
you.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Annoy him. I hate him.
Counsel for the defense, begin the cross-examination immediately.
Okay. Ow! Right in the face.
Oh. Right
At
in
once, my lord.
And that's how you got knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's just...
Ba-da-da.
In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper.
Mm.
Not you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? He could have been investigating the Reaper in secret. Then no big said what he found out.
If I may.
Great, this is gonna be like Gina with ad-libbing Van Fakes. Love it.
When original people begin referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believe the power to imitate London criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial.
But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you?
Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper.
One arm? What are you on about?
The Reaper victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them alone. The Reaper is an organization. 13. With you at its head.
I knew you were gonna say that.
No, you didn't. Because I'm on a... because our jokes are different, always.
Mm-hmm.
I had spies on the yard keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know that he was elsewhere.
I don't think you need any more breast than you already have, but okay.
Then, in one day, I got another breast. It was chicken breast.
Do you like chicken asogi?
You like chicken asogi? That freaking went off the rails fast.
Yep.
So I've been able to take the most recent entry in his book, A New Location. The book name was
You notice that grouse?
Life of the Arm of the Reaper by Tobias Gregson. Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club, I went there on the day in question to investigate. Alone.
Oh, so that explains why several members of the club came to see you there. That's, I guess, lucky for him.
But of course, the inspector was not there. Because all the time he was making his way in the steamship dock on the northern coast of France. As shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Very well, then back to your testimony about the contestant of this notebook.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto?
Everything.
You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago. Oh, no, it's alright. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? Names of victims, dates, places, and stuff? What in particular? Well, besides the victim's names, his other name kept cropping up. What other name was that? It's the one I told you yesterday. The same name written over and over again. You mean... Assassin? Yeah, that's the one. She a friend of yours so bad, is Gigi?
Oh my god, yes.
Were you even listening yesterday?
Assassin. The assassin.
What? Like, a killer, you mean?
The killer.
The killer.
Shelly, the killer. Gregson was the tactician, the one who came up with the plan of attack. He investigated the marks thoroughly, finding out when they would be vulnerable and who to use to get at them. The person actually executing these plans was someone else, you're saying? If that's true, then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organized group of vigilantes.
Ah! And perhaps what it said on the passport document. Permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Could that additional person have been...
You're the assassin, who was meant to take Seishiro Jikaku's life.
And we know it can't have been Shin, because she's long dead. So who is it then?
What? What do you mean she's dead?
Gina, can you confirm that? Against the family entry that lists a grouse and Seishiro Jikoku. What name was written? Oh, well, that's the only entry that didn't have a name next to it as it happens. What?
God damn it.
Yeah, it just had like a question mark or something there, I think. So he didn't know?
He didn't know, Mina.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
In other words, Jackson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case, so he didn't know.
He didn't know. He was like, I
didn't
wonder who I'm
know.
gonna send to.
But Jackson was the one making the plans, was he not?
Well, he was like doubting, you know, he was like taking applications and he was like, I really don't know which one I should pick.
I see in your resume you have like history of killings, but
But, you know, like, I don't know if they're quite the
it's
vibe I'm going
messy.
for. Oh, how infuriating! Nameless assassin. Do you know who that is too, Asogi? Since you seem to know goddamn everything! And you're saying that the mark listed was Seishiro Jigoku? That's what it said. Funny name if you ask me. You know the
Very
feeling when I was trying to think of her voice again. Sometimes it's just like it won't come out. And I
Mina,
thought your
come
name
out.
was odd. So pleased to have lost my crown there. Huh.
Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Judiciary.
Fine.
I remember the man. He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago, studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Strongheart. That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say.
So Lord Strongheart was Judge Jigoku's mentor.
What a
Wild.
mentor to have. If I'm not
Anyway.
mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now.
Very much. Hey, my name is Manfred von Karma and I'm adopting this weird child. Very much that.
Yep.
10 years ago, after that fateful case.
Precisely. In the aftermath of the professor case, his reparation was organized immediately.
Repatriation. I guess.
It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's note.
I mean, because he was involved in the case? I don't think it was possible, but the moodiest got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking. Yeah, I just think it's gotta be the professor case. When he broke the witness stand. What do you mean a criminal? Judge Jigoku's no criminal. Well, don't ask me. I don't know nothing about it. Oh, do you remember what Father told us? That Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain. It was related to the professor case, I'm sure. Yes, of course. You're right. He broke the witness stand.
Seishiro was trying to mitigate against his guilt, so he took the stand to testify. But he got a little carried away and he actually managed to break the witness stand. He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire, for which he was charged.
He remembers.
It was a pitiful situation, yes. I'd forgotten all about it, but I prosecuted the trial too, as it happens.
You did?
It was considered to be adjacent to the professor proceedings, you see.
Hmm. Makes sense.
But he was acquitted after being told to make reparation for the damage caused to the stand.
Ah,
And there you have it.
he was prosecuted by the Reaper and got away.
Have what? What?
Like, what?
Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule. That there is no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court, guilty or innocent alike.
No! Are you suggesting that the reason Judge Jigoku was targeted for assassination
The man was sent back to Japan immediately after the trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later, the mark returns to Britain once more. Perhaps now you start to see just how vindictive the Reaper is.
Come on, that's absurd. To take someone's life for that? I know, right? Like, what are you talking about? I just wanted to make sure that I... okay, good.
Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd, killing those who have been found innocent? Clearly the rules by which the man operates are beyond the same person comprehension.
But...
No buts.
But...
No buts.
Objection. Why? I've had just about enough of this. Gina. All this nonsense about the boss planning to kill people. It's cobblers. Come on, Otto. Yes. Why ain't you saying nothing? Why ain't you yelling out objection to somebody? What? You've got to find a flaw. You do usually. Someone's lying here, no question. You've got to work out who it is. Please. For the boss. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Why is she here? She's traumatized. Leave her alone, God.
That almost was an insult to the court and at your own testimony. I might have known that a common pickpocket from the black slums couldn't make a detective.
Well, I'm gonna punch you for that.
No, you cannot. When the trial is over, you will forfeit your warrant card, Mr. Strad. Is that clear?
Oh, I've had it with a lot of you. It's lies every bleeding place you look in this world, innit? Well, I've had enough. Gina. Oh, so have I. After that little speech of Gina's, I've made up my mind. Fuck you people. To do what, Mr. Naruto? There was one point in this cross-examination. And something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd. Oh, do you mean? My voice is dying. I'm not gonna let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears. Let's go.
Yelp.
Oh my god, I'm lost.
Why?
Is it this one? Or this one? I don't know.
Did you press everything?
I mean, I didn't press this.
Impressive.
Okay. I want to thank you, Gina. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, Fluffy. You helped me find my resolve. Hey?
What do you mean?
Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency.
Ah.
Eh.
What inconsistency? What?
Really, Otto? I don't quite know what it
Finally.
means yet, but... Yes, there's an inconsistency in something that was said by... I mean, in instinct, right? I want to say Asogi.
Yes.
Cause like, we were talking... Where were we, like... Like, why are you acting so weird, Asogi? I feel like there was a point where Ryu was like, why are you acting so fucking weird, Asogi? Asogi, what did you do? Okay.
Sorry.
Asogi, what the fuck did you do? Why you,
Yeah, bet.
Kazuma Asogi. If that's your real name.
Moi?
Moi?
Is this some attempt at
Filibustering.
filibustering counsel?
You've never heard of filibustering?
Prosecutor Asogi, I heard about filibustering, you just like didn't recognize the word when I saw it. Prosecutor Asogi has given no testimony. Also, you
I
need
mean,
to be
for
able to
once it's
read to
spelled-
recognize words.
For one, it's spelled exactly as you'd expect.
Yep. But also, you know how it is when you don't know how to read.
Yeah.
What are you suggesting I said that was so inconsistent?
It's because we watched in the end cave. We can't read. You let something slip that you shouldn't have. When I present the relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you'll realize what you've done.
Very well then, counsel. Go ahead. What evidence reveals this alleged inconsistency in something Prosecutor Asogi has said?
Oh,
Said
God.
that he didn't love me.
He said he- wait. Oh god.
Yeah?
Oh my god, I swear to god.
Do you know what it was?
No, I'm kind of...
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking right now. I feel like
That's
it's got
good.
something to do with this we found.
Okay, do you want me to spell it out, what he kind of said?
Yeah, sure. If you can repeat the line.
I cannot repeat the line, but he said that you found his passport in his trunk.
Right, so it's the passport of the trunk then, because I'm pretty sure.
It's trunk.
It's the trunk,
like,
right? Why did he know about the trunk?
Trunk, yes.
Because he never went to the
There's
apartment.
literally no information about it.
Yeah. I was thinking about, because I mean, in my logical mind, it's like it's got to be one of these two, right?
Wait, what?
This is a trunk that belongs to Inspector Gregson.
A metal construction, is it? It's certainly very heavy. What's this?
Wait, we never examined that, did we? Oops.
No, you didn't, but it's there, yes. A bloodstain, and a relatively fresh one too.
Let's just go get that out of the way. I totally forgot.
Is
'Cause
that-
we just opened it and then nothing else. Look at this dark stain here. Do you think? Yes, I'm afraid so. I think it's blood. Ugh, I knew you were gonna say that! So that presumably means...
Ah, I hate blood.
The dust was present at the scene when Inspector Gregson was killed. It's the most logical conclusion, yes.
I think Gina's been carrying this around with her. If you didn't know any better, I suppose it does look like a grease stain from all the fish and chips. Yeah, okay. We just opened it right away, so I never really... What?
You mean that ain't grease from all the boss's fish and chips?
Mood.
Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests that the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. It can't be, there was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard report.
Exactly, so how the fuck did Asogi know? Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it. But I found it! Me! With me nose for trouble. Which
Lord Stonker, oh my god. Yeah, you can go.
Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. Asogi. And yet, during the cross-examination of the witness just now, you said this, Kazuma.
Because at the time he was making his way to the steamship dock on the northern coast of France. And shown by the password found in the victim's metal trunk.
Holy shit, Asogi. Your attention to detail. You didn't move an inch from then. Till now. So the question is, how did you know about the inspector's trunk? Well,
You know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passport?
well, how did you know it was made out of metal? I know, right? But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. On 31st of October, where exactly were you? Ugh, great. Great! I guess we found the fucking assassin. Fuck.
It's so
I'm so
funny.
I'm so mad at him.
At the port of Dunkirk on board the SS Grouse.
I'm
Like, the
gonna
funniest part
stab
about
him
this
with
whole
a
thing,
pen!
the funniest
Right
part
at the-
about this
before-
whole thing is like the previous freaking day when he knew exactly that we were right, but he's like,
It's like, oh yeah, I totally didn't go to France to kill people, no.
Would never.
Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke?
Kazuma, what the fuck did you do? Get over here so I can... Get over here and give me Karuma so I can hit you over the head with the fucking...
I am the one
sheaf,
that
you hear me? I'm gonna...
have eaten your hot pockets.
Oh my god. You eat my fucking hot pockets? I haven't considered the possibility before. I'm just so mad! I'm so mad! I'm so angry!
They were delicious.
Angry! If Kazuma was there on the ship, then it can only have been for one person.
On the shit list.
Purpose. Oh no, Mr. Naruto, surely you don't think...
Don't call me Shirley. Come on, Ryunosuke. You know the rules, and so do I. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence.
We already know. Because now we know what that metal shard is, don't we?
Don't we? As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he traveled. So as it stands, we've proved nothing.
Kazuma. Are you challenging me to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt? Because I will.
No, you won't.
That you were there that day, in the same place as the inspector.
He was there? With Gregson?
Oh man, Mina Seiya is completely off the charts right now. There's a clue that you've overlooked. A secret that trunk can tell us. I can't be sure at this point. I need to verify it. But I have a nasty feeling that I'm gonna be right.
The accusation being made is deeply disturbing, but nevertheless, we must say,
Tested. Yes,
we must test it. The defense will identify the court where in the trunk this alleged clue is to be found. Where's the evidence that ties Prosecutor Asogi to Inspector Gregson?
It's this little... It's right there.
This is your proof? What do you say to that, Prosecutor Asogi? This is not the...
Yeah...
I think the defense counsel is inspecting the trunk and tossing it.
Wait, at least... No, wait, let me just...
Ha! I believe that was a rather long-winded way of telling you that you suck, Mr. Naruto!
Very well, then let us see if you sink or swim under the weight of this penalty.
Ow! Mr. Naruto, you can't allow yourself to be drowned in the sea yet.
I was hoping never to let that happen, funnily enough. Okay. Okay, how do I do it then? Can I open it?
Yes.
Oh. Let's have a look inside. I thought you could get it from the outside. But yeah, I mean it's gotta. I mean, unless you want to insinuate that it's the passport.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's this, right? Can I just present this, or do I have to examine it? Yeah. Okay. You see that? There's something stuck on the side of the trunk there. It's glinting.
Looks like a fragment of metal of some sort. But it's wedged in so tightly I can remove it.
Well, don't cut yourself. You'd better leave it, I think. Yeah, okay. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here. Like the tip of a blade. Eh? A blade? Kazuma, slung around your waist to sever today, is the esteemed blade Karuma. Also, we have to consider that the other one he has is a rapier, which cannot, like, slash.
Of course it is.
Like, rapiers can stab, but they can't slash. So, it's gotta be this one. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom? For all to see.
Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer. Bailiff? Watch Prosecutor Asogi like a hawk. What do you mean just to watch? That won't be necessary.
Ah!
Oh no!
The tip is broken.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. If the fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword, the question of who was there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Asogi.
If it's your real name. Expertly done, Ryunosuke. Last point to you, and well deserved. You mean to tell the court prosecutor Asogi? Yes, on 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission.
So the additional person authorized to travel.
Was me. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark.
What? Asogi, what have you been doing? I'm so sad. You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Jikoku.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one.
You did fuck up a trunk, though.
That's not my problem. Explain. I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk. But I never had any intention of carrying out the plan.
You were never gonna do it?
You were never gonna do it.
We can believe Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. Bananas are the best. Yeah. After all, Judge Jikoku arrived safely in London the following day. I agree. Big
On the 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson. We traveled to Dover, from where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. Then we boarded SS Grouse and made for searching for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan.
You went to Judge Jikoku's cabin?
Exactly. He wasn't there though. We decided to wait, but
you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway.
I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life.
And that's why you agreed to a fucking assassination plan. Got it!
I left Gregson and disembarked on the ship. I spent that night boarding the house in town and returned to England the following morning.
The boarding house in Dunkirk?
My signature will be in the registry book. It would be simple enough to verify. Then what became of Jacob? Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that.
No, I think Greggy was killed on the boat.
On the bone,
The boat.
Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met with the Reaper in that room on Preston Street to report the failure. Causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger. And end his wretched agent's life. That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder. Just dramatic, they say. But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword be lodged in the Inspector's trunk?
I know, right? The fuck are you talking about, Kazuma?
I don't need to answer that.
Oh, now you... Okay. Oh, he's lying. He lying!
The victim was killed by a
Oh,
gunshot.
you need to
No
rest.
fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case.
You need to rest, Fluffy Muffin. That's okay. Go get some rest. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Don't apologize. We were just happy to have you. Go rest and get a good one, okay? Good night.
And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right of silence on that matter. However,
So no worries. No need to apologize.
be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence. As you wish, my lord.
Gimme a sharp thing.
No.
Okay, well, let's just examine it for good measure.
We must take immediate action now.
Wait.
What are you doing?
Karuma, great blade. It's such a thing of beauty. I want to gaze on it for hours. And now it's
Ooh.
been destroyed. Okay.
Yeah.
The tip of the great sword. Broken. It's such a shame. It's been so meticulously cared for over the years. I can almost hear Karuma's sobs. Kasuma must have really taken a swing for that to happen. He must have been so angry. There's Hachimaki right there. Having gotten new life.
To verify whether Seishiro Jigoku remains unharmed.
What? Remains unharmed?
I agree. That should be our first priority. It recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday.
How did you...
A foreign dignitary invited to Greedy Beaten goes missing for 24 hours.
He will start to talk.
It's only natural that the question of his safety should arise.
You don't mean to say... Now, do you think Judge Jigoku may have been killed?
Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
The record has more than one assassin at his disposal. He has the power to influence, to give orders from the inside of prison cell. Isn't that right, Lord von Zix? If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you.
Oh, I love how sassy he is about that. Haha.
Order! Order in court! Order! We'll take an emergency recess for 30 minutes.
Now?
Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. If the man can be located within half an hour, you will have to assume the worst.
Oh no! Not Judge Jigoku.
No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who would only just arrive in the country. Except that is... for the Reaper, wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago. I would have to agree.
Yeah, because I'm sure you orchestrated it, you fucker.
Mrs. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake.
My lord?
I sincerely hope we are successful. If we are unable to confirm Mr. Jacob's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, we will face great difficulties.
Ah!
Tiny! What is adjourned for 30 minutes?
Because it's also just like, I don't know, like, it's... In reality, Gregson ended up dead, right? That's the confusion here.
Mm.
Oh man, this ain't so good. Kasuma-sama, the Reaper's assassin. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare. I can hardly believe it either, but on the other hand, Kasuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. I have such a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful has happened to Judge Jigoku, then I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control. Ah, here's Arstan! Hello! I love this song so much. I felt it from the moment I stepped into the courthouse this morning. That strange sensation that we were careering towards the foregone conclusion. Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options. Remember? Brilliant fucking bunny! Bunny!
Bunny.
Actually, there may be one last hand we can play.
Bunny. Yeah!
Or rather, one last ear.
Of course! The fucking bunny! Sorry. Let's stop. That's just all I can think about is that fucking bunny meme.
Mina, I think you crave an unhealthy relationship with that bunny, so...
I just love that meme.
Uh-huh.
The little Mr. Shams doll that Iris gave us.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Early's ears as hard as you possibly can.
Yoink it! Perhaps now is the time. Yoink! Yoink! What should I do now? Pull Hairley's ears or not? Do it! Go! Here goes then. I'm gonna do it!
Good luck, Mr. Naruto.
No looking back. Heave!
Ah!
That scream sounded like Mr. Sholmes.
Mr. Schultz? Where are you?
Hey, my dear fellow, here!
It's a felt doll talking!
Pull the ears again, Mr. Naruto, as hard as you can.
Alright then. I'll put all my strength into it. Heave!
Ah! Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off.
Mr. Sholmes, where are you?
Myself and my trusty partner.
Mina the alien because she named... Oh, right! There's a girl named Mina in My Hero Academia. I totally forgot about that. Right, the girl with the pink skin, right? Pretty sure that's her. Did you read this? I'm sorry.
Yes. Are presently in the first class cabin of the SS Grouse.
The SS Grouse?
Left over last night after the final pieces of card overloaded. How did it go back?
Yeah.
You are currently docked at Dunkirk, but due underway again in half an hour.
It's a lie. You've taken a ship to France?
Please, even my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump the Straits of Dover. After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station and by train to the port, in order to board this vessel in time.
So, you mean you'd already worked it out? That the steamship was where everything really took place? Yeah.
Hey, what is my name?
Sherlock Holmes, world famous great detective.
Recited to perfection, well done.
You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. That's the only word for it.
She just keeps pulling.
Miss Susato, gently with the genius ear, please.
Oh my, I'm ever so sorry. Sorry.
Okay, so
Take me, Kotoba.
yeah, because I was about to say because he's the point of view character here, right?
Because I also will literally just voice everyone in the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. Like now they stop talking. If I may, Sholmes. Momo's playing Amogus.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Is he streaming it? No.
Oh no. Oh no. Momo, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do Mikotoba. We'll take it.
Okay.
Together.
And there you are, Mikotoba.
You may remember that it was in fact I who made the connection to the SS Grouse.
No, you didn't.
Scotland Yard yesterday, when we examined that notebook and I recalled my steamship ticket.
But of course it was, my dear fellow. And not once did I controvert the fact. I merely had our court-bound companions alter my name.
Yes, you did, didn't you? We've just entered a recess. The trial resumes 30 minutes from now.
And if we're unable to present any new leads then, I'm afraid to say...
Don't fret, please. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made the journey. I have no doubt we shall welcome news for you within half an hour.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful.
Until later, then.
Yes, you'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first. Pull.
I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tongue in my ear in that mindless fashion.
Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operated in that way in the first place, Sholmes?
Why deduce what I know? Iris' invention, not mine. Blame the kid, of course.
Yeah, blame the child. How... Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour, Sholmes, we have but half that now before the grouse puts to sea again. If we don't conclude our investigations rapidly, we shall find ourselves in Naples before long.
There are times, Mikotoba, when you make a surprising amount of sense.
Rich coming
So,
from
let us
you.
be...
Rich coming from you. Oh, great. Looks strangely familiar. First class cabin number 2. Yes, this is the one. But I don't believe an investigation of the cabin is going to be plain sailing. The crewman standing in front of the door is an angry-looking fellow. Indeed he is. He's like
Why are you
stroganoff,
rotating
but
here?
green.
Who are you? My dear fellow, do you not recognize a world-famous great detective when you see one? Why is having his autograph?
Yeah,
What?
definitely something on his arm.
The question really ought to be, who are you?
Do you remember his name? Yeah, there it is!
Holmes.
Yeah.
So, you not recognize world-traveling great sailor Chicken Stroganoff when you see
I love his name so much.
great detective? I don't think so.
Chicken Stroganoff.
Do you see that, Mikotoba? It would appear that this man is a devoted follower of mine.
Oh, really? That's what that is about. Are you sure? Are you sure? Oh wait.
Yes?
Sorry. Goodness me, is that a tattoo that says Sholmes? Of course it is. That's definitely what it is.
I must say, why such adoration is flattering naturally, it does leave me a little cold. What are you talking about? Leave now! How distressing, my loyal devotee knows me only by name and not by appearance. And yet I already know a great deal about you, sir. You have a brother, I believe. Like yourself, he's a shipman. Simply traveling the world about Russian steamship in fact.
He's like, ah!
Oh, how could you know this?
Love him.
Elementary, my dear Mikotoba.
I'm sure it was. Totally. 3 days ago, I was bound for London aboard the ship, you see. We're looking for one of my fellow passengers, a man by the name of Shigoku.
There is no one with this name on board.
But we know that he purchased a ticket for passage.
Fake news. Ah, you mean Easterman? He left ship 2 hours ago. Here at Dunkirk, he said something about an emergency, I think.
What? Are you sure? To say she don't realize that we're after him, has he?
His cabin is the only behind you. We should like to investigate, please. No, I have orders not to leave an even mouse inside.
Ah, that's what the mousetrap is for. Got it.
Mikotoba, be a good man and draw the sailor's attention away, would you? Make up some excuse, so that I leave the area. Doesn't great detective see that even sailors have ears, both left and right? Curses! That plan is ruined.
And you have only yourself to blame, I'm afraid, Sholmes.
Forget it, cabin door is locked. Even if I am not here, you cannot get inside. Shit. Mikotoba? I'm sure you haven't forgotten any special talent, have you?
Opening any lock? Good on you not saying it out loud.
Within a mere 5 seconds. If you'd be so kind as to afford me the requisite time, old friend, in your typically accommodating manner.
How could I refuse such a typically unappealing request, old friend? I need to distract that burly sailor for 5 seconds, do I?
Good man, so the game's afoot. The game is a hand.
I know where I want to start. There's supposed to be a mousetrap, I think. Perhaps I could distract the crewman's attention with this somehow. Yes! I'm gonna try all of the options. I know which one is. Choo! Choo!
That sounds like a big monster trap.
Choo! Choo!
I will bring bucket of water later and put it out of misery.
I don't like the sound of that. Sorry.
In any case, my dear fellow, that was quite unconvincing. Only Japanese mice make the true sound.
Oh, really, Sholmes? And pray tell, what sounds do Russian mice make?
Pee, naturally. Also quite unconvincing, I will readily admit. Well, go ahead, Mikotaba, do a pee this time.
No, you do it. No, thank you. I'm sure I could come up with an alternative solution. Nah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, the switch for the electrical lights. Perhaps if I were to turn off the lights, the crewman wouldn't be able to see what we were doing. Yes!
Oh my god. Oh, what's happening? Where is light?
Now, Sholmes, now!
Jesus. Nobody there.
That was a close shave.
Quite a knack you have, stabbing so violently in an apparently empty corridor.
Do be quiet, Sholmes. I shall have to think of another approach. I love it. I love how I cannot with them, okay? That's a speaking tube for members of the crew to communicate with one another around the ship. If I could just persuade our stocky sailor friend that he needed to use it. Sholmes could unlock the door while he was distracted. The question is, how? Well... He's like a Neo Temple Garden statue, this fellow. The way he's going at us so fiercely. Tell me, why are you standing out here if the cabin is unoccupied?
Because this area is for first-class passengers. You must look out for suspicious criminals.
He was looking straight at me when he said that.
My dear fellow, as you can plainly see, we are quite unsuspicious as criminals go. But still criminals.
At least an iron! No, for
No.
goodness sake, Sholmes, tell the man. We neither suspicious nor criminals.
Ah yes, quite right, Mikotaba. Curses, the seaman is far too able for his own good. Be extremely careful what you say.
One of us ought to be, yes. Staring. I love everything about this stupid thing. This would appear to be an alarm bell. All hell would break loose if that thing were to ring. The whole crew would know about it. Yes! Set if off, by the way, typo. Here goes then. Pardon me in advance.
Oh! You! What are you doing? If we were at sea, it would be very bad problem.
What's going on down there?
Nada.
Seaman Stroganoff, report at once!
Oh! Sorry sir, nothing to report, it was a stupid trick. No, not by me, by the world famous. No, as I told you.
Now, Sholmes, now!
Done.
Not even 5 seconds, eh?
Well, don't stand there gapping up my brilliance, Mikotaba. In we go.
Oh, yes. Shoot! What a place! It's the fucking trunk. And oh look, he has like happy socks. For number it goes for first cabin number 2. And we have like glass and what's that stuck in the pipe? Good gracious.
It appears that the occupant of this cabinet indeed disembarked rather hurriedly.
See, there's happy socks. Those clothes on the floor there. They're Seishiro's, without question.
Well, it seems we are just a little too late.
Yes, by about 2 hours.
Still, while we're here, we should investigate thoroughly.
Ah, yes.
There may as well be 2 hours worth of clothes to find here.
But that burly crewman may return at any moment, Sholmes.
Indeed, he may, which makes all this more thrilling.
No! Guess we'll start with the trunk.
It's a very sizable trunk indeed.
They show us partial to all things large.
And a rather clumsy fellow if you fail to notice he'd left that behind.
Perhaps he left it on purpose. It's lighter than you might think, but it's still a hindrance to a speedy escape.
Pity, it's locked, so we can't look inside.
Surely 5 seconds from now, the situation will be quite different, though.
Sadly not, it has a 7-digit combination on it. And I'm not on morose enough mood to work through all the combinations at present.
Fair. Waste basket. It's the waste paper basket, look, and there's still rubbish inside.
Indeed, then let us pry. I've discovered recently I have a penchant for exploring the contents of other waste paper baskets.
I sincerely hope only for your work.
Here we have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago.
3 days ago, the night before we arrived in London, then. When I was still aboard myself. Evacuation drill notice 31st of October. Following departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members. Okay. Ah, yes. It was an evacuation drill. I remember now. Jesus. Did not get to read that. For safety and security, all first-class passengers were constantly under the watchful eye of the crew. So it was a welcome relief to have some privacy for once. We can't see that before we get home, I guess.
Quite the expensive glass, I must say. See here how it...
Is something wrong, Sholmes? You suddenly trailed off. There's still ice in it.
Ice, Mikotoba, ice. What opulence the first-class passenger enjoyed. Chilled drinks.
Pardon?
Could it be that the steamship is equipped with an electricity refrigerated cold room, do you think?
I guess that's the refrigerator we were looking for. Well, it is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce as well as ice. On our voyage from Japan, we enjoy current culinary delights from all over the world.
Suddenly, Mikotoba. The sight of you is making my mouth water.
No, you can't eat me, please. I haven't taken on the flavor of the food I ate, you know. Kinky. Anyway. These are the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away in wardrobes and/or travel cases.
I feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination.
What about the fact that they're not straight on the wall? Doesn't that strike you? I mean, it looks like they've been moved, right?
You may be right. Probably just your imagination, though. That's right. And you know what I always say, Mikotoba, there is nothing important about trifles.
It's probably just my imagination, but I think that might be slightly off. Great. According to the report I was given, Naruhodo was concealing himself in a service wardrobe.
Indeed he was, and it was of similar size to this one. Ah, you must climb inside yourself, my dear fellow.
What? Whatever for?
It was the site of my first fateful meeting with Mr. Naruhodo.
Let's recreate it!
You can experience the moment of yourself now, complete with my dramatic rhetoric.
Can we not?
Come along now, in you go. It will only take a moment.
Really, Sholmes? Surely you can just tell me what you said!
Well, utter some brilliant remark and open the wardrobe to reveal a stowaway murder.
I think I'll just read about it in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Aw, you don't get an achievement for that. Plenty of reading materials to keep passengers occupied on long sea voyages. I found the mixture of classic literature and easy reading to be most satisfactory, I must say.
Whoever stocked this book was a hopeless heretic. There's no copy of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, my dear fellows.
I'm afraid it's just me, but no, you're quite right. More blasphemous than overlooking the Bible.
I shall leave a copy behind. I just happen to have one with me.
You're a true missionary of the Church of Great Detectives, aren't you? Ah, it would have been so fun if the books increased. The wall is a slightly different color just here. You can see.
Indeed, what you have observed arises when a frame that has been hanged for some time is removed. Perhaps your friend is an art thief.
Now there's a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure.
He may very well be the elusive thief who has been plaguing France galleries of late.
Oh, I think perhaps we should focus our attentions elsewhere, Sholmes, don't you? Are they talking about Lupin? Nay. That outline on the wall. I feel as though I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size elsewhere, right next to it. Ah, he came back.
You are still here?
Ah, Able Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again.
I was beginning to think you'd never materialize. Eh? You are waiting for me?
Indeed.
Of course I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity for summer. I was troubled with Captain was a trick we played before.
Poor innocent chicken.
It is all your fault. Ship is leaving port soon. Get off, now. Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellow. But first, there's something that must be done. What are you talking about? Why, naturally, the debunking of your deceit and the barring of the truth. Какой? I'm afraid I see through your lies. Well, one thing. Mr. Chikaku had not yet left the vessel at all. Oh! And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganoff, you know exactly where the man is, even as we speak, don't you? Oh, how can you?
Good gracious, Sholmes. You mean you've worked it out? All of it?
It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend?
It's time, it's time.
10 years, no less.
It's time, 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 it's time.
So, would you care to join me for a dance of my inimitable logic and reasoning?
I'm screaming! We get to see it! Nothing would please me more. I'm sorry, I cannot.
What is this?
Helen, hello! Sorry, I was getting very incensed about this scene. I'm so
Now,
excited.
but minutes until the vessel puts to sea. No games now.
Yeah, he's gonna go serious biz. Ah! Sorry. I totally...
Time is of the essence.
I'm screaming! I love this. It plays again!
Mr. Stroganoff, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Chikaku left the ship some 2 hours ago. That's what I said.
I'm enjoying this way too much.
Sadly, that was rather a clumsy lie. You see, there is something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's the ice. Ah, yes, of course. Because if he disembarked
I
2
see you've
hours
noted
ago,
it
there
too,
would be any...
Mikatama.
Yeah.
And please do take the lead.
It's if you think about it, right? Like, if you really did leave, then how would there be ice in the glass?
What in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jikoku having disembarked 2 hours ago. Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills, Mikotoba. Last 3 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since we last did the show. It's not free. Do you have short-term memory? Do you know how old
Why?
you
Of
are?
course it has. Quite. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for our eyes to see. They always say you must not merely look, but observe. Observe and the answer will become clear. So, impress me.
I think I can manage that. I'm pretty sure we don't. Yeah, we don't even get to extend, but yeah, it's the ice. Because how would? Oh, he has a voice line here. Kaboom! I love this part the most. Ah! The tap dancing. Ah! Sorry. I threw something on the floor and I don't care. Ah! Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass. Ah! Run your face. Ah!
I'm curious that the ice shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago.
Like my entire heart is dedicated to him, to Mikotoba tap dancing.
It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival.
The urge that I have to write about them.
With this well-chilled glass in hand.
Get your mind off the refreshment shows.
One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? What?
Why would Seishiro run from us?
Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that the first-class cabin on SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jokoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan?
Oh, that's right, they are. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes. 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage.
As I suspected, for you see, there are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jokoku had to hide.
What traces?
I know nothing about this. Ah, this is news to you, is it, Mrs. Stroganoff?
Shoms, what exactly are you getting at?
As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice.
Okay, now it's a 50-50. Do you think it's the plaque, or do you think it's the hole on the wall?
I think it's the plague because it's hiding something behind it.
Yeah, exactly. Something out of place in here. Yeah, that was what I was thinking too.
That's the key to this, Mikotoba. Remnants of the dark deed that took place here, being masked by something quite courageous.
Okay. Definitely the
I
frame.
must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikotoba.
No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now then, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here.
Yes, you have the floor, my you fellow.
Definitely the poster then. Oh my god. That is a very, shaky game. Right! Yeah! Here he goes again. I'm sorry. I cry whenever I see it. It's the rules of passage in this frame here. They're obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as they were put there in a hurry.
Yes, and I'm sure you have already concluded. The frame was original over here. The shape and size are perfect now. Yeah, you're right. When did frame move?
Oh, he didn't do it, okay.
Hardly the most observant of human, are you, Mr. Stroganoff?
That's sad. That's so very, very sad, isn't it?
I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservation about your reliability. Wow. Oh!
Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve.
So, Mikotoba, why don't you leave the frame off the wall?
The crime happened here. That looks like a bullet hole.
That What bullshooting walls? I see, the projector has been removed. Okay, the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mrs. Stroganoff. Oh! I have the distinct impression that you are attempting to shield set up. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I try to break Eastern stranger?
Oh, also, I just like, I just need to know this, right? That this in my opinion, this confirms that Sholmes has just been playing bullshit with us this entire time.
No.
But now he's like actually pressed for time, so he's like, okay, we actually take it seriously now, you know? And I love that.
Ah, so we're talking about the same man, I see. Good. Oof. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time. Aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. Yes, you can try to keep up this presence as a clear shown by.
I really don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes.
Like, sorry, I just imagined them like going this position, then just doing a group up on the corner fast and like, I don't know how to do this. My dear Mikuta, simply keep it the first person in mind, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll study your subject from every angle. And I'm quite sure you'll see it. In fact, I put a wager on it.
Look at his ass, got it. So I'm to glare at the fellow from all sides. Well, he can certainly do that. Look at his ass, definitely. Yep. Chunky arms.
Chunky arm.
Chunky arm. Well. Money. I'm sorry. It's almost too obvious for words.
Fine, the universal language of the world. Money. Oh!
And I'd wager that the Eastern fellow in question is Seishu Dochikoku. Yes?
Oh!
So I presume you realize what this means? There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice.
Good, good. I believe you know, Mr. Stroganoff. You know where Mr. Jikoku is hiding at this precise moment in time.
Oh, I wonder where. He looks down behind him.
A furtive glance is your unfaltering ally.
Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found a chink in this burly fellow's armor.
You only follow the one's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. The slightest figure of the pupils, a minutely delayed blink. Nothing escaped my attention, even that which is barely perceptible.
You could hardly call this barely perceptible, Sholmes. The man's turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious.
You shall let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow.
Tapping toe. Oh my god, I'm so shocked. What can he be looking at?
The hole.
The basket. Trunk. I'm sorry, I fucking... Oh yeah! I also have license to mention this now. There's a version of this track in the library of this game that has the tap dancing included, and I'm like...
Yes?
Crying. Absolute tears. You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you?
Oh!
The truth is, Seishiro Jikoku was unable to escape from the ship in time, and is at this very moment doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk.
If he's still a breath to take, I fear he might be running dangerously low on air. I imagine he didn't count on us making use of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interest for us to open the track as quickly as possible.
But how can we? If you're forgetting about the combination mark. We don't know the 7-digit code.
The combination lock can be opened from inside the trunk.
there's no driver here.
I want for somebody to open it after our departure.
Of course.
So, before Jigglypuff had killed himself inside that trunk, must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. And I'm sure you can confirm, Mrs. Taylor.
Ah!
No, I know nothing about the combination code.
Stop right there.
Ooh. Let's move a muscle, my good seaman.
Yeah, so the numbers on this is, let's go from the right. It's probably upside down, because like you have to think of him writing it like while looking at his arm, right? So it would be,
Nina, what are the odds it will spell out Sholmes?
yeah, that's hilarious. I think 5, 2, 3, 1, 0, 4, and another 5. That's what I'm reading.
Okay. Huh? Now, Mikatoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk?
How on earth do you expect me? Because you have to think about it, he would have turned his arm like, right?
It's a 7-digit number, remember. Quickly now, we have a little time.
So it's upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the whole joke. Okay, 5? Oh, that's how, okay. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out how that works. And then this one is 2.
What?
Get down to small numbers, up to big numbers. And 0. No, 3. And 1. And then a 0. And then 4. And 5. 5, 2, 3, 1. 0, 4, 5. Yeah. That's what I think it is. Nice. Well, that did it. It's open.
You had to meddle, didn't you?
Still wearing his hat too.
Well, Eugene, you found me now.
Seishiro. Ominous. Well, at least he's not dead. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know?
But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it.
No, quite. I just wish it were some other way.
Well, are you going to ever introduce me? Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits.
Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion, and potential criminal.
The devil's in the details, Mikotoba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion. Who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour.
Yeah, that part.
I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor.
Like, well, Seishiro, are you gonna explain all this?
You know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship.
By the Reaper of the Bailey? Yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you.
And I had no idea at the time what dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again.
So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it?
I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now. They really ought to have a confide in you. It's somehow surprising, I must say. What is it? Well, first-class cabin aboard luxury steamship I'm in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available.
Yeah, he's insinuating that this was planned? That he was to escape the country?
Also, the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. A cabin did just happen to be available. So I purchased a ticket, and here I am.
I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. So you'd already purchased your return ticket before being docked in Dover, have you? To prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it?
Eugene, I have nothing to say to you.
That's so sad.
Well, in mere 5 minutes, the ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make a port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements.
We have this, Seishiro. Take it. If you notice, it's very hard to read, but the top actually just says Department of the Metropolitan Police, so...
What is it?
It's probably a subpoena. Yep, it's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British court would be. I know my law terms! Sorry. I get really obsessed with watching law YouTubers, I'm sorry.
You came prepared then, Eugene.
I don't know why, I get so invested in it. I could never practice law, I guess that's why. I'm like so impressed at the whole concept. Come on, let's go. Also, I love that. I think that's the first time he's made that face.
One moment.
What is it, Chums?
Inside Mr. Jikoku's trunk, I found a rather fascinating trinket.
Just a little bip-bop.
Bip-bop.
What is that, Seishiro?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. It's a small component from something. But what, I have no idea.
By the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. He doesn't know!
Well, let us pocket a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France.
Small component has been entered into the court record that we can't look at! Somehow he's entering it into the used court record. Oh, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. I can't believe you're just like, the rest will be on the shoulders of you and Sato, like, gee. Can't even mention her by name, wow. I'm kidding, I'm kidding!
Dad.
Dad. 3rd November, 12:10 PM, the Old Bailey courtroom. The whole family is here. That family? That family. Kazuma Asogi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie. But still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. Can you stop that? Jesus.
During the past 30 minutes, while this court was adjourned, all possible effort was expended.
We found him!
But sadly, Mr. Jikoku's whereabouts could
We found
not
him!
be ascertained.
We found him!
You must accept the unfortunate conclusion.
Mr. Jones found him!
The Reaper has already done the deed. Yes, he's dead. He's definitely dead. There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Speaking of, let's look at the stuff. Okay, now I actually can read it. Assemble on the main deck at 10 PM in order to review evacuation procedures. The drill will take 20 minutes. Crews will resume duties as soon as the drill is over. Wait. That means that there was no crew anywhere for a whole 20 goddamn minutes. That's the window. Okay, let's examine this little bip-bop doodad, whatever it is. You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's the part of the top of a pocket watch that you twist to set the time. It's called the crown, I believe. The watch would be quite useless without one. The crown? Like, was this on top of a monarch's head? It's a very grand name for such a tiny part. But actually, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. If this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head. If a monarch you need pocket watch, then I'm quite sure you have. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh, doodly. What do you think, Mrs. Sato? I'm not sure I know exactly what will fit here. Really? I was just thinking precisely the same thing. We're about to see that the little round component is actually part of Inspector Quickson's broken pocket watch. Really? I
was just thinking precisely that too. Shaboop.
A perfect fit.
I knew it. Alright, perhaps you knew it.
I'll make a note of this new information at once.
Well, 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 well. Actually, we found him. No, the trial cannot end now. We found him.
You're a Japanese man, you know. Okay? You should know when to lay down your sword.
Actually, we found him. And you should know never to presume when the battle is won.
The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. There can only be one conclusion, that the accused is guilty.
All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness, from whom the court is yet to hear a single word from of testimony.
In that case, call your witness to the stand at once.
Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible.
Hi, Exist. Hey, Nas. Welcome. Welcome, friends. Hello. It's nice to see you. How are you doing?
Aw, that's so nice of you, Naz. You don't have to. If you need sleep, please sleep.
The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow.
What on earth is this crucial witness?
Say Shiro Jigoku. Ha! I'm doing a faces Ryoko. Oh no! I see. Are you doing your whole thesis right now? That's tough. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper.
Jigoku, you found him?
We are doing well. We are beating the shit out of our childhood friend on the stand. We winning. We are winning. Also, the judge has a unicorn staff.
The investigation of every policing resource on the capital suggests that Jigoku is already dead.
Apparently, the national symbol of Britain. I'm not gonna let that down, by the way. The unicorn is the national symbol of Britain. That's bullshit. The judge is a unicorn. Yeah, look at his hair. He's a unicorn.
How in the name of God did you find the man?
We found him in a trunk, Strongheart.
What?
He was located in France during the recess at the port of Dunkirk. In a trunk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions.
Herlock Sholmes.
Sounds fake IDK. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Prosecutor Asogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Nothing to say to that, Asogi? I see. Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard this SS Grouse on the 31st of October. I swear to God, I cannot.
Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point.
Also, he is abusing that poor, like, desk. Like, with that sharp unicorn head.
The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered.
This trial just keeps going and going and going.
In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. The court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. No objections from either side?
No, my lord. Yay!
No objections, my lord.
He's so confused. We live to fight another day by the skin of our teeth. The real crime is unicorn murder. I know! Oh, Asogi's not happy. Oh, he's not happy. Oh, he is so mad. He's so mad.
Like, this will be the best way to stop Mina. Like, if we go further, it will be, yeah.
It'll be a mess. Yeah.
It will be a mess.
Yeah, and we did push quite a long time yesterday, so let's just say that this is a treat for us. That was very,
and
very...
like, I'm extremely convenient. We will finish it next week.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm extremely convenient.
Yeah, because there's gonna be, like, the investigation between, and then probably the next one is probably gonna be the last segment. Because, like, the whole point was that we were, like, getting by the skin of our teeth. So I think
that... who can we raid? Well...
Right, Shadow Legend.
Well... Vic is live with art. So let's... I think we should go raid. Vic, is you all good with that? We'll just go raid. Yes, we'll just go. I think that would be fun. Let's just do that, and I will see you guys next week for even more of my bullshit. Love you guys. Goodbye. Oyasamina.
Yes, Mina.